Today's topic of discussion is understanding ADC0804 interfacing concepts, its circuit diagram, programming, and testing it in the hardware. What is analog signal? Signal with infinite values are called analog signal. Example, a sine wave and continuous time signals are analog signal. As you see here in this diagram, so there is a plot between the time axis and amplitude. There is a waveform. This is analog signal. This is what we are refreshing now. Now the next question come to our mind is, what is digital signal? The signal when represented in binary values are called as digital signals. Digital signals are stored in memory locations as 8-bit or 16-bit or 32-bit values, as you see here in this table, where you have a memory location in one column and we have an 8-bit digital data in another column. These data, something like 0, 1, 2, 3, are called as digital signals. So analog signals are what we see in the oscilloscope. Digital signals are what we see in the memory location. Now the next question comes to our mind is, why we need to convert this analog to digital? Obviously, let analog be analog, let digital be digital. What is the necessity to convert this analog to digital? The question comes to our mind. Let us see, what is the necessity to convert this analog signal to digital signal? Analog signals has infinite values which cannot be processed by digital programmable devices like microprocessor and microcontroller. As we have discussed already, there is a divide by zero error comes, which is called as exception, where any number divided by zero will be having infinite values, so which cannot be processed by any digital programmable devices, because it is a microprocessor, means it needs finite values. So any number divided by zero is infinite values. It's a good example to say that infinite values cannot be processed by digital programmable devices. Hence, the infinite values in analog need to be converted to finite values in digital. Hence, I need ADC. Convert infinite values in analog to finite values in digital. We go for analog to digital conversion. In other words, we can say the whole world is analog and the whole processing world is digital. Hence, there is a need for analog to digital conversion before digital processing and digital to analog conversion after processing. This is another way of understanding the need for analog to digital conversion. So first step in converting analog signals to digital signal is converting infinite values to finite values. When an infinite values will become finite value will be the next question to all of us. When an infinite value becomes finite value, when we take a sample, then we can say infinite values will become finite value. Yes or no? Once we take a sample, the infinite values will become finite values. If I am saying that I have taken some samples means, next question what you will ask, how many samples? I should answer in, I have taken 100 samples, I have taken 1000 samples, I have taken 10,000 samples, something like that. I myself is quantifying the answer because I have sampled. Sampled value is finite, and when we take sample, then that itself will convert infinite values to finite values. That's why sampling plays a major role in signals and system. And we studied about Nyquist sampling theorem. Sampling frequency should be greater than of the twice that of the maximum input signal frequency for reconstructing the signal. Let us say this is the analog signal for our example, which has infinite values and which we need to get sampled to get finite values. Let us take the samples from this analog signal. So if we take a 5 samples in the infinite analog signal, will become finite sampled analog values as shown here. So in the x-axis is time and y-axis is voltage. The first sample is taken and the voltage is around 2.3 volts. And I have taken the second sample and the voltage is around 3.4 volts, something like this. When I take the third sample, we can take 4.2 volts or something. When I take the fourth sample, it is 4.8 volts or 4.6 volts. When I take the fifth sample, say for example, it is a 5 volts. So first sample I am getting some voltage around 2.3 volts, say for example. Second sample I am sampling and the voltage is around 3.3 volts. So now I am getting the 5 values. Now I am getting the 5 values, which is 2.3, 3.4 and 4.2 and 4.8 or something. These sample values are again analog values. Yes or no? These sample values are analog values. So what about the signal between the first sample and second sample? If we are not focusing on the sampled value between 1 and 2, the answer will become 0. The answer should not be 0. Yes or no? So you must understand the first sample is 2.3 and the second sample value is 3.4, say for example. In between first sample and second sample, there should be 0. So, but it should not be 0 and it need not be. So, what has to be done? The sampled value has to be holded until we take the next sample to prevent that 0 misunderstanding. So, take the first sample and hold it for some period of time until you take the second sample, and take the second sample, hold that sample for a period of time until you take the third sample. Take the third sample, hold that sample for a period of time, and wait until the fourth sample is taken. So, sampling and holding the sample signal is much more better when compared to leaving it as it is in between the two sample values. This you need to understand. That is why sample and hold circuit comes into picture, which you have already studied in the signals and systems, in the operation amplifiers, etc. You need to hold the sample signal until the next sample is taken, as shown here with the help of the sample and hold circuit. So there is a sample and hold circuit, assume, and I am taking the first sample, and the sampled signal should be holded. So we are holding the sampled signal until the second sample. So this is 1000 times convenient. Instead of saying there is 0 voltage between first sample and second sample, instead of that it is better to say the signal is around 2.3 voltage between the first sample and second sample. So holding plays major role. When the second sample is taken, it is holded until the third sample. And when the third sample is taken, capacitor will be charged up to third sample, and the capacitor will be holded until the fourth sample is taken. And when we take the fourth sample, the capacitor voltage, that is sample and hold capacitor voltage, will be holded until we take the fifth sample. So like this it goes on. So the continuous waveform that what we get it as an analog has become again the continuous waveform, but here it is a staircase type continuous waveform with the help of sample and hold circuit. Okay, sample and hold circuit's output is also analog signal. So now if you look at this screen here, much more clarity with respect to sample and hold circuit. Table shows that first column says the sample value and the second column says the sampled voltage, right? The first sample, the sampled voltage is 2.3. The first column is x-axis and the second column is y-axis. Okay. So when we take the first sample, the sampled voltage is 2.3. When we take the second sample, the sampled voltage is 3.4. When we take the third sample, the sample voltage is 4.2. When we take the fourth sample, sample voltage is 4.8. When we take the fifth sample, sample voltage is 5. Now the infinite values in analog from 0 voltage to 5 voltage has become finite 5 sample values in analog. So the next step is to round off these sample values, because in digital we never discussed about 2.3, 3.4, 4.2, 4.8 and 5, because we are keep on studying microprocessors and microcontrollers for the past 3 months. Nowhere we uttered the word 2.3, 3.4, 4.2 and 4.8. We are always discussing with only the integers. So these 2.3, 3.4, 4.2 and 4.8 are the floating point numbers. So we have to round off this 2.3 to some 2 or 3.4 to some 3 or 4.4 to 4 and 4.8 to 5. So next step is to round off these sample values. The rounding of the values from 2.3 to 2 and 3.4 to 3 and 4.2 to 4 and 4.28 to 5 and 5 voltage to 5 voltage are called as quantization. So rounding of the sample values is called as quantization, as shown in column 3 in the table. So in ADC we have uttered the word called quantization. So quantization is nothing but rounding the value from 2.3 to 2. Exactly speaking, rounding of the sampled value to its nearest integer is called as quantization. The moment we start doing quantization, there exists quantization error. With respect to the first sample, the sample value is 2.3. That means we are quantizing this 2.3 to 2, and because of quantization, there is a possibilities of quantization error. With respect to the first sample, the quantization error is minus 0.3, and the second sample is 3.4. We are rounding it to 3. The quantization error is minus 0.4. Similarly, when we talk about 4.2, we are quantized it to 4, so the error is minus 0.2. When 4.8 becomes 5 because of quantization, the error is it is not 0.8, it is again plus 0.2. Fortunately, the fifth sample, the sample voltage is 5, and the quantized voltage is also 5, and there is a zero quantization error. So when a signal is quantized, it leads to an error called quantization error, as in column 4 in the table. These quantized values need to be encoded to get its digital equivalent. Now we are not going to concentrate much on this quantization error. We are very much interested in quantized values. So these integers need to be converted to its binary equivalent. Okay, its binary equivalent is called as digital equivalent, as we see here. So the sampling, quantizing, and encoding values are called as ADC values. So encoded values. What do you mean by encoding? First sample is taken, the sample voltage is 2.3, the quantized voltage is 2, its binary equivalent is 0, 1, 0. So converting this quantized value of 2 to its 0, 1, 0 is called as encoding. Okay, so sampling, quantizing, and encoding is called as ADC in one context. With respect to our example, there are 5 samples are taken. First sample is 2.3 volt, which is quantized to get 2 voltage, and its encoded value is 0, 1, 0. Second sample is 3.4, and its digital equivalent is 0, 1, 1. And the third sample is 4.2, its quantized value is 4, and its binary equivalent is 1, 0, 0. And the fourth sample is 4.8, its quantized value is 5, and its digital equivalent is 1, 0, 1. And the fifth sample is 5, and the quantized value is also 5, and the digital equivalent is 1, 0, 1. So 5 samples, 5 digital values. So the infinite values in analog between 0 to 5 voltage has become 5 digital sample values. Hence, analog signals has become pure digital signals. These values need to be stored in the memory for further processing. This is the summary of understanding analog to digital converter in one way. This process is happening by successive approximation type technique, dual slope technique, ramp type technique, etc., which we call it as ramp type ADC, successive approximation type ADC, dual slope ADC, etc., and lot more. Out of which successive approximation type ADC is much more familiar. So now we'll look at the summary. So this continuous time analog signals has become finite digital signals. So sampling is the first step in the ADC, which is achieved using the start of conversion. When you give start of conversion, then only the analog signal at that instant will get sampled. At the time of start of conversion, what analog signal is there, that will be sampled, and that sampled value is converted to digital. So start of conversion is something like start sampling with respect to our discussion. The moment we give start of conversion, the analog signal at that instant is sampled. This sampled signal is approximated through successive approximation techniques, which is quantization and encoding. The encoded values are available as 8-bit digital signal from 8-bit ADC. Fantastic, right? So sampling, quantizing, and encoding is happening inside the analog to digital converter, which converts our infinite values in analog signals to finite values in digital. Our quick refreshing about the ADC. We will go to the real-time ADC, where those successive approximation type ADC what we have studied is available as a single chip in the name of ADC 0804.